All right, cool. Okay, welcome to the show, everyone. My name is Kaz. Welcome to Performance Capital. We're currently speaking with Genevieve. So Genevieve is one of our WW.10 clients. She does online training with me. Before we started online training, we actually started some training in person when I used to work at the gym that she worked at, and then she got pretty keen. Her and a friend, Maddie, got onto me and they started training with me firsthand, face to face, and then we moved on from face to face to online training when I moved out of the country. So that brings us to now, and basically all we want to do today is just kind of take you through her journey. So we're just going to have a look at a few different areas. So just let me get my chart. Okay, cool. So what's up, Jen? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. Can we get a quick insight into your training week? What does that look like at the moment?
So it's pretty much every day after about 8 o'clock at night. At the moment, I go to the gym. Each day is a different program. Well, I have 4 programs that you've set, so I do a different one each night. And the last few weeks, it's been Monday through to Sunday. I've done it every day.
Awesome. Cool. Okay, cool. So that gives us a little overview with what Jen is doing training-wise. With regards to her nutrition, I do help her from time to time, but I have to say most of the credit goes to Jen because she usually takes over and picks the things that work for her. Okay, I can tell you right now that she's really strict. She's more strict than she probably needs to be, but it has been a learning process for the both of us because we needed to find out what works for her, which things she enjoys, and also making sure that they fit within the boundaries to help her succeed with her own personal goals. So touching on that nutrition stuff and your own personal goals, what was the biggest problem when you started your weight loss journey, your fitness journey? What was the main reason that kind of flicked the switch?
My boss at work just kind of told me, oh, maybe you should go on a bit of a diet. And I didn't see myself as like a big person, but then when other people were saying that I was big and overweight, maybe I should go on a diet, it kind of just like made me think, oh, well, maybe I should. So then I did.
Yeah. Do you feel better for it, for kind of going through that process?
Much better.
And although that was kind of, I guess, like the ignition for you to put you on the thought process, was that most of the drive, or did most of the drive come from something else to get you into the gym, to get you eating healthy?
Probably just being, I guess I'm like I was the biggest one of all my friends. And then I don't know, I just thought I'm sick of it. I don't want to be fat and overweight anymore. I'm going to change.
Yeah. Cool. And how long did it take you to get into some type of routine with going to the gym, with starting to eat healthy?
Probably about a month, 2 months.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. So actually, when Jen came to me, she had already lost, what was it, about 15, 20?
15, yeah, around about 15 kilos.
Around 15 kgs on her own. So she'd done really awesome. But obviously she wanted to take it up a notch. She wanted to start trying new things. And so that's why we got involved with each other. And since then, we've lost about another 13 to 15 kgs. And most of that,
total.
36 total. Yeah. So that shows you kind of the journey that she's been on. So yeah, that was probably the biggest problem was weight loss, not enough fitness, and just not really knowing what it was that you could do and different ways to implement different types of training into your exercise regime, really. But yeah, so basically we worked together to try and find the best ways to attack her personal goals. Okay, and obviously Maddie did a lot of the training with her, so that was really cool to have buddy training along you. How important would you say it is to have someone supporting you when you're going through a journey like this?
Extremely important. I don't think if it wasn't for Maddie doing the stuff with me, I don't think I could have stuck to it. I think having someone do it with me really helped me and pushed me more.
Yeah. Yeah.
She kind of kept me like accountable, and yeah, I don't think I would have come this far if it wasn't for yourself and Maddie, like, to help me.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, awesome. That's so awesome. The whole journey that both of you girls has been on has been awesome, all the way up until this point, and we've got much more to go as well. Abs by next year, right?
Yes.
Something about abs next year is somewhere along the goal process and the setting. So what I want to kind of relay to everyone is the framework that I started the girls off on. So I knew that Jen and Maddie had some kind of understanding with regards to training in a gym. They had some kind of understanding with their nutrition. But what I needed to do was make sure that they were progressing really well with both areas, because you can become quite stagnant on one of those areas, and if it does, then you don't actually see results for a little while. So you always have to be progressing, and that's kind of the main thing that I bring to the table when we do this WW.10 stuff, is I stay on top of them and I make sure that they're doing all these workouts. They can vouch for that as well, because I'm constantly asking them, have you done your new workout? Have you been pushing Maddie to get in to do her working out? How's your nutrition going? All these different areas. So I guess that's like the baseline framework that we kind of used for you guys, was just making sure that those progressions were in place, because that's probably the most important. And from the start to now, how much fitter are you and how much better are you with regards to your eating?
Well, I say I'm a lot more fit now. I can run around the lake at the back of my house. Before I could not run, like, be bad. But now I can take the dog for a run. I can run around it 3 times without stopping. So much more fit. And nutrition, I think I have a much better understanding now. Like, I'll read the back of the labels before I eat something, or I'm careful.
Yeah. I think this is the biggest thing that anyone can kind of learn from this whole process, is to become aware. Because at the end of the day, you don't really need any kind of special diet. You don't need special training. Would you agree?
Yeah.
You at the end of it, it's kind of stuff you already knew how to do, but it was more me kind of coming along and being like, no, not that yet, not that. Let's do this first, and then go through all those steps together, right? Yeah. So I think if anyone was going to kind of come onto the program, that's where we kind of target the most. Well, that's where we definitely target the most, is to you as an individual. Where are you now? And then what are the steps we're going to take to get you just over here, even though we're trying to get, way over here. We just do those little steps, fill them in first before you get on the treadmill and start running Ks and Ks and Ks. But yeah, that's really awesome. We were doing little to no running back in Aussie. So when I was training you there, I don't think we were doing much running at all. A little bit on the treadmill here and there. So that's awesome. You haven't even told me that.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm really happy for you. See, running's really hard. And actually, for those of you who are actually going to jump on and check out my ebook, my weight loss guide ebook, Maddie, I can see you in the background. You'll actually see I have a massive part about running in there, and how it's really difficult to use running as a tool to come back into fitness, because, excuse me, because of the potential injuries that you can pick up and all the issues that come along with it if you don't strengthen the right areas of your body first. So, obviously you've been doing a lot of weights training. Would you say you've been doing the most weights training that you've ever done?
Yeah.
So how many weights trainings do you have a week?
Probably 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
And then and then I tried to do cardio the other days.
Yeah. So what you'll start to notice is when you're doing all this weights training, and that is, things become easier throughout the day, and you also pick up less injuries along the way, So, I should make that like a little slogan type thing. But anyways, let's move along. So what would you, as an individual, recommend for someone if they were thinking about doing WW10? What would you recommend them to do as their next step?
Probably just message you and just don't overthink it. Just jump into it and just take the first step and do it. Don't hesitate. Don't be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do it. Just suck it up and do it. Because you won't regret it.
Thanks. That's awesome. Basically, what you can actually do, so if you feel like you're in the same kind of boat with Jen, and you weren't really sure, well, not Jen now, but Jen 6 to 7 months ago, and you weren't really sure about how you're going to target losing 30 kgs or losing 10 kgs, and you don't really know what steps and plans that you should be making, then just message me and we'll book up a call, because that's probably the best way, eh? Once we get talking with each other, and then I can understand what it is that you need and how I can best serve it, then we can kind of move to the next step of, do you fit in WW10? Do you fit somewhere else? How is the best way that I could probably help you? Anyways, I'm so thankful for you as a person. And you too, Maddie. I can see you in the back there working hard.
Thank you.
Because I'm really happy, because these two girls, since they've jumped on to training with me, have just given it everything they can, even to the point of trying to train when going on holiday, because at the very start of this little journey that we have together, we had about 3 to 4 weeks training in a gym, and then they were like, we've got to train really hard because we're going on a cruise, okay? And they were going on some kind of, I don't know, singles cruise or something. And Maddie was planning to go on a big road rage roll, and Jen was planning to have trainings. So this is the little mindset switch that I want people to be able to do, you know. But at the same time, I did tell Jen, look, you're going on holiday, sit back, relax, drink that vodka. But you know, these are the types of things that we're trying to aim for. You know, having that lifestyle so that you can have those 4 or 5 trainings during the week, train your butt off for 5 weeks, and then go, oh, I'm going on a cruise. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna switch off from that, and I'll talk to you in a week, Kaz. Anyways, thank you again so much, Jen. Let's keep going.
Right.
Cool team. Cheers.